I want to show you something. Over the past 2 months, this channel has investigated 9 separate British government cases. A spy hunt inside MI6. A super-injunction hiding a data breach that exposed 18,700 Afghans. British complicity in an Indonesian massacre. A secret order to Apple to break encryption worldwide. British collusion with Kosovo war criminals. A covert propaganda operation on YouTube. Prince Andrew's files locked until 2065. A counter-terrorism program inside every British school, and private NATO assurances made to Russia and never kept. 9 investigations, 9 different decades, 9 different institutions, 9 different prime ministers. But when you lay them side by side and examine how each one was handled, not what was hidden, but how it was hidden, something becomes impossible to ignore. Britain does not have cover-ups. Britain has a cover-up system, and it runs on 5 tools that appear in different combinations across every single one of our 9 investigations. My name is the voice behind Creepy Chronicles, and today's investigation is different from everything we have done before on this channel. We are not investigating a new case. We are examining the pattern behind the 9 cases we have already investigated, and asking a question that those 9 investigations, taken together, make unavoidable. Is what we have documented a series of individual failures? Or is it the predictable output of a system that was designed, not necessarily with malicious intent, but by institutional habit and self-interest, to protect the state from scrutiny, at the expense of the public's right to know? This is the Deep Files, Part 1. The first tool in the British cover-up playbook is the most familiar. Classify it. The Freedom of Information Act gives British citizens the right to access government documents, but it also provides a list of exemptions, categories of information that the government can withhold: national security, personal data, commercial sensitivity, relations with foreign governments, legal professional privilege. Across our 9 investigations, FOI exemptions appear in 6 of them. The Prince Andrew case saw every available exemption deployed over 4 years and 100 requests, producing nothing. The NATO Russia files were classified for nearly 30 years before routine declassification released them. The Operation Wedlock files remained secret for the same period. The Afghanistan breach documents were classified before the super-injunction even began. The FOI Act was designed to create transparency. In practice, across the cases we have investigated, it has more often functioned as a map of what the government is determined to keep secret. The second tool is the most extreme: super-injuncted. In our Afghanistan investigation, we documented how the government used a super-injunction, the most powerful legal gagging order in British law, to make it a criminal offence not just to report on the data breach, but to reveal that the injunction itself existed. For 683 days, journalism about a national scandal was not just restricted, it was criminalized. The judge who ultimately lifted that injunction described it as unprecedented. Legal experts described its application to a government cover-up as a fundamental perversion of its original purpose. The super-injunction is the nuclear option in the government's cover-up toolkit. It has only been used once in this context, but its existence as an available legal mechanism changes the nature of every other tool. Because behind the classification and the denials and the delays sits the implicit possibility that if none of those work, the government can make transparency itself illegal. The third tool is the bluntest: deny it. In our Prince Andrew investigation, the Ministry of Defence told Parliament that a review of areas had not produced records of briefings to the Prince. A decade of government-funded diplomatic activity, no records of briefings. In our Operation Wedlock investigation, MI5 and MI6 have made no public statement about the 20-year mole hunt. Their standard response to any operational question is, no comment on intelligence matters. In our Kosovo investigation, no British official has made any public statement about the declassified files. Denial, across our 9 investigations, rarely takes the form of a direct factual rebuttal. It takes the form of silence, of no comment, of we hold no records. A refusal to engage that is strategically indistinguishable from a denial. The fourth tool is the most elegant: outlast it. Our Indonesia investigation documented a cover-up that lasted 60 years. The files confirming British complicity in one of the worst massacres of the 20th century remained classified until routine declassification made them available, by which time every official involved was dead, the political context had changed beyond recognition, and the revelation generated no accountability because there was no one left to hold accountable. Our Prince Andrew investigation revealed files locked until 2065, beyond the expected lifetime of most people currently alive. The 105-year rule is not a legal requirement. It is an administrative choice, and its function is precisely to ensure that scrutiny arrives too late to matter. Outlasting works because political memory is short, institutions change, and the public's attention moves on. Classify something for long enough, and by the time it opens, it is history, not accountability. The fifth tool is the most modern. Proxy it. In our YouTube propaganda investigation, the British government did not directly pay influencers. It paid Zinc Network. Zinc Network paid the influencers. The influencers signed NDAs. The government reviewed the content. But the chain of accountability was broken at every link. The government could always point to the contractor. Proxying is the cover-up tool of the modern state. It allows government to pursue objectives, propaganda, influence operations, covert diplomacy, while maintaining a layer of institutional distance from the action. If it goes wrong, the contractor takes the reputational hit. The government expresses concern. An inquiry is announced. Nobody is ultimately accountable. Proxying appeared in our Indonesia investigation too, where British black propaganda was produced by the IRD through networks of seemingly independent publications and broadcasters. The same tool. 60 years earlier. The 5 tools: classify it, super-injunct it, deny it, outlast it, proxy it, appear across all 9 investigations in different combinations. No single investigation uses all 5, but every single investigation uses at least 2. That is not a coincidence. It is a pattern, and patterns, in government as in everything else, are the product of systems, not accidents. The system is not a conspiracy. It does not require a room full of people consciously coordinating cover-ups. It requires only institutional habit and self-interest. Respond in ways that the institutional culture has established as normal. Classify first, deny where possible, outlast when necessary, proxy when convenient, and super-injunct when all else fails. This is the cover-up machine. It is not secret. It is hiding in plain sight, in the FOI Act and the classification rules and the NDA contracts. All of it legal, all of it available, all of it deployed, routinely, against the public's right to know. The deep files will continue across 4 parts. Part 1 has established the system. Part 2 will examine a specific British institution that has never been investigated in this format. I will not name it today, but if you have watched all 9 of our investigations, you already have enough information to make a strong guess. Leave your answer in the comments below. The most compelling argument will inform how we approach Part 2. Every Thursday and every Sunday, Creepy Chronicles. Real, documented, told without apology. The cover-up machine has been running for a very long time. It is time someone described exactly how it works.